the second created the book that explains how one can use it to open gates between the worlds. But the third brother, the cleverest of all, didn't trust his power-hungry siblings. He created a ring that protected him from his brother's magic. And it's still serving well today.
Then I went and got this book for nothing.
Oh no. You've done my cause a great favor in doing so, Wilbur. I knew you would get hold of that book with the right kind of motivation. The resistance needs a leader. And I know no greater fighter for good than you. Sound familiar?
Nah, not at all.
You rotten little monster!
Why, thank you. The book! Put it on the lectern!
Or throw it in the fire.
Not a chance!
Ha! We both know you'll do anything to save your friends.
No, Wilbur, don't do it! Ah!
Don't!
The book! Now!
Wilbur!
And that's why evil will always triumph in the end. You goodies are too compassionate. You, step back. You, start reading.
I can't read very well yet.
Well, just try, sweetheart.
Nocturus Maximalis Eternalis. You have to stop him, Wilbur, at any cost.
I know. I have a plan.
You do? Cause that's new.
Nigus Paraglatus Groklag.
Okay, so that's control. Okay, what do we have to deal with?
I can't afford any mistakes. If my plan fails, Monkus won't lose 1 second in making Ivor and Critter pay for it. He's mesmerized by the spectacle. He believes that he is closer to victory than ever before.
Which he is.
The abyss is hundreds, perhaps thousands of meters deep. One little push and we'd be rid of Monkus. Unfortunately, he has his wand and I can't reach him. I don't know what kind of ark that is, but it can't be healthy, whatever it is.
Probably isn't. Machine?
The horrific machine has awakened. I don't have much time to stop it, or even better, destroy it.
Okay. So...
That thing opens a gate between the worlds. Monkus believes that he can use it to siphon the Nameless One's power. If I were the Nameless One, I wouldn't let anyone steal my power. I would take every chance to escape.
Is there any sort of movement? No. Moonlight. What?
The mirror is still reflecting a focused beam of moonlight onto the floor. Just as I thought it would.
Well, considering we have Timmy, we probably have to do that, right? Because that's pretty much all I can think of. Let Timmy pounce on Monkus. Yeah, no, let's maybe have him power up first.
Tell me, Monkus, what did you really do with Remy?
The ghost had injured him. Giving him a little magical nudge over the edge of the abyss was easy after that. Why do you ask? Did you want to give him his hat back?
No, I just thought Timmy should hear it from you. Doesn't that make you angry, Timmy? Give me that book! Ah! Oof!
That was pretty cool.
No!
Was that it? That was your plan?
Well, yes. Actually, it was.
You wanted to defeat a sorcerer with brute force? You keep reading.
Yeah, Nung?
Well, what else can you do if you can't do magic?
Apparuro.
No! No! Impossible! No! Ah!
What the fuck? Wilbur, holy shit.
The flap opening spell? You've tricked me with a child's spell?
I knew I had to distract you from Chantal and the machine for a while, and besides, it worked.
How did that spell get in the book?
I know a little something about bookbinding, doesn't everybody?
I will. Ah!
Ooh. It's, okay.
I don't know exactly what those liquids are, or what they're good for, and if I'm lucky, I never will.
Oh, what did he say? I didn't get that. Probably should be climbing to his
You can
side.
see the brothers were constantly fiddling around with the machine. A lot of it looks pretty temporary. These two pipes are held together by nothing but a clamp.
Climb on the right side, so he also moves right.
I have to stop him. Avantasia under the rule of Monkus or the Nameless One. Two sides of the same terrible coin. Hoses, cables, vials, mystical symbols. Only the truly deranged could ever come up with something like this.
Yeah, clearly. Loosen the hose.
A metal pipe leading into the depths of the machine. Couldn't say where it goes or what it does, though.
Okay. Let's try the left. Middle. Take the clamp. Can we?
Got it.
Okay, that's something. Climb on the middle, because... Was there something... Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it was something about a lever. Let's just...
Well, at least I can't make my situation much worse than it is.
Ah! Mr. Gnome is trying to cheat his way out of a dangerous situation again, is he?
It's worked pretty well so far.
That's true. Who knows what that did, though? A little bit of steam. So we need to loosen the hose.
A pressure hose. Warm, thick-walled, rigid and attached to the machine by a sleeve.
So an old clamp. Okay.
Whoa!
Use the hose with...
That won't
Monkus.
work. I can't aim at Monkus and turn the steam on at the same time.
That seems true. That seems true. Climb onto the left side. Pull the lever. Will it just go wild?
Oh, no.
Okay, so that's not it.
A metal pipe leading into the depths of the machine. Couldn't say where it goes or what it does, though.
Is he gonna make it spin it again?
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
It
Cables?
looks like the Van Burens were versed in more than just alchemy and the dark arts. Why did they have to use their talents to build such a vile machine?
Again, didn't see what he said, because I just clicked. That too, sure. That was pretty much the only thing I could think of. And then we pull the lever again. Hopefully, maybe that does something.
Hey! Stop that! Are you trying to kill us all?
Who knows? Do it more.
Hey! Stop that!
Or not.
Are you trying to kill us all?
Okay. So... Climb to the right side, use hose with...
A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads into the machine.
Ah.
Maybe so.
Okay, so climb to the middle, get him to rotate it. And then...
A grating with a pipe underneath. It leads...
Let go, gnome!
So that's now directly below him.
Presumably you can use that to set the machine. It must be tricky to open a gate to another dimension and come out at the right place.
So then it's now at the back. I presume. Let's just test that. Yeah, it's at the back. Okay, so one more. We go to the middle, he rotates it one more. The grate is below him. And then we...
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
Yes, yes, yes. Pull the lever. Do it.
Ah!
I don't know how much further down it is. All I know is the impact isn't going to be much fun.
No, it probably isn't.
Need a lift by any chance?
Ivo!
Also, to me, it doesn't look like he's falling. Or that they're falling. It looks like it's just stable, but there's some red effect going
the
up.
saviour of the worlds.
But it's not really saved, is it?
No. But we have given it a second chance.
But what do we know what happened to Monkus? Just falling forever?
At least now I know I don't have to be a mage to make a difference.
I never thought you were a particularly fantastic mage anyway.
Hey!
But why should you have to be a mage? You're inventive, you're tenacious, you don't need magic.
Archmage Alistair said that when you cooperate and remain persistent, you can accomplish more than any individual ever could. Even more than he can.
Perhaps that's your task, to bring people together and lead by good example.
I could at least give it a try. We've paid a high price. Alistair is gone. We can't find Remy anywhere, and Captain Nate...
Yes, a high price indeed.
Alistair said one best honours the dead by living your own life the way they would have wanted you to.
Perhaps we're already doing that. You're looking after Timmy, and since Nate's gone, Critter hardly leaves my side. Ow!
Oh, everything all right?
It was just a little pirate in here. He's a fighter, just like his father.
We'll think of something. After all, we saved the Archmage.
That was completely different.
You mean there's no hope at all? None?
Nah, there is. See, because there's a butterfly.
There is always hope.
Huh. I kind of expected more at the end than that. That's... Huh. Interesting. Really interesting. I was also just thinking, like, Wilbur was pretty damn awesome just tackling Monkus like that. It's like, he just didn't give it a second of thought and just like, boom. Just charge the guy and fly down a ravine. Like, okay. It's not a light action. But I'm expecting like there's still gonna be like a 15-20 minutes like outro or something, because this is too little. This is too little. I expected, you know, like, here's Remy, like, here's where he was, and, you know, what happened to him, so he can tell you that, and then we see that there is a way to, you know, like, get Nate back from being a statue. Like, that has to happen. That has to happen. Unless they're just thinking to It's funny that in the credits it's still Wilbur Wetterquart. Yeah, it's a little bit weird that they still have the English title or the German title, but sure. But yeah, are they just saving it just for the third game? Like that's the third game you just find or try to find a way to get Nate back? Is that what they're doing? Because that's kind of... Yeah, I'm not sure. Wilbur Weathervane. Yeah, okay, they're doing first the German and then the English people. Makes sense, makes sense. That totally makes sense because they're two different voice actors, of course. Not necessarily, but more than likely. Plenty of Germans speak English, but... Yeah. I don't know, like they have to have, like, a big outro like that, right? But they have to. Otherwise, I feel bad. Like, that's just bad. But, you know, like, I guess I should just be assuming that there isn't. Or at least not super long. But, really cool game. Really long. Like, for an adventure game, especially long. Even... Yeah, like at some point I felt, especially like in the middle bit, kinda, I felt it was just dragging on a little bit too long. Like the story needs to keep going and not just... I mean, I know it's what adventure games do. They just keep throwing up hurdles and little puzzles to solve, which you then have to solve other puzzles to get a part of the previous puzzle and all that, but... there's still different ways of doing it, and somehow that... Yeah, wasn't the best in the middle section when you were just, yeah, you know, in the city trying to... Actually, like, I'm not entirely sure which section it was. I think it was the part where you are in Seastone and, yeah, stuff hasn't happened, but, like, she's just taken over. Like, I think that section just felt really slow to me and really long. But it's also partially because I got stuck, so, you know, that is part of it. And then, yeah, you go down and, you know, you meet Nate. And once you actually meet Nate and stuff like that, that is fine. But that underground section was a bit lengthy. Also, again, a part where I did get stuck. So maybe other people do go through that a lot faster. But it's not what really happened to me. But... yeah, like, I don't know. Like, there was some parts which were kind of slow, which is always going to happen. But it was a bit of a bummer. But, you know, like, everything, all the dialogue and everything is just really good. It's enjoyable. Like, moments, like, the last couple of hours were really good. It was just enjoyable. Like, likable characters, good dialogue, well written. And it also just moved at a good pace. And I like that. And... yeah, just Wilbur is really likable. I don't know, like playing as Wilbur is great. Playing as Ivo, not so much. Critter is kind of annoying, honestly, a little bit. With, yeah, just his sounds. Like, other than that, like, he's completely fine, of course. It's just, you know, if you're getting an hour of, instead of like something being explained or some thought, you're just getting noise. To me, it's a little bit much. I also don't know how else would you do that, but you know, take my commentary with like a bunch of salt, because I think it's also just somehow the pitch or something is really kind of annoying to me. And if that wasn't the case, then it would be fine. Like, there would be no problem. Not that it's really a problem anyway, but you know. God, when you just start talking and you just start rambling too much, and then suddenly like everything sounds like a huge point, and it's not, because it's just a good game. But I do have some small critiques, and then still those somehow sound so blown out of proportion, which is just really nonsense. But I'm still really hoping that there is something in the outro. Also, again, as always, like, do I click here to maybe skip, like, all these names? Some of which are just really weird, and some are just clear references to stuff, which is kind of funny in some cases, but yeah. But it really just, I'm honestly just wondering about the story. Like, what happened to Remy? What happens to Nate now? You know, what happens to Van Buren? Not Van Buren. Well, also Van Buren, Monkus, I guess, but is he just dead? Because I'm just assuming that he's not dead. He somehow just remembers a spell which makes him float down or something. Or float up, fly up, I don't know. There's gonna be something. Like, Monkus is still gonna be alive. And... or they're just gonna have like an open ending. So you don't know. So they can always just... yeah, say, open interpretation, make of it what you want, and if we ever want to make a third game, we can, because it's an open ending. Which, yeah, that's possible. That's very much possible. I'm also just not thinking, like, yeah, the bit at the pyramid, that was great. Like, give me more of that. That was honestly very good. Yeah, also just some parts in, like, the early Sea Stone also is just really good. Trying to get a golem together, once you get some of that stuff, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that's... it's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, is there any other, like, things I'm overlooking in the story? Like, we know Archmage is dead. Like, he's just dead. Nate is pretty much dead. Because there's no cure for it or anything, not even... yeah. Alistair also didn't know anything of that, so... yeah, so he's... like, those are just kind of dead. Like, then you... what do you have left? You have Critter, Ivo, and Wilbur. These are cool characters, but... like, these are all... like, these games are all centered around, like, you know... the group. Which includes Nate. Well, I guess now we're gonna see. Is there a big, long outro which explains and does stuff? Water?
Need a hand?
More monkuses? Oh dear. So there's a lot of monkuses? What the fuck? that was some laugh. That was some laugh. All right. So I'm guessing like the autosave is just, yeah, showdown. Okay. I guess that is it. So characters are dead. No explanation given on where Remy is. And there's a lot of monkuses. So I guess that is some foreshadowing of Book of Unwritten Tales 3? Question mark? I've not heard anything about it, but considering the end, it's a possibility, I guess. But then we're gonna have a game without Nate. Like, how strange is that? It's just weird. Like, you can't have a game without Nate, right? With Critter, without Nate? Like, do you... I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, if they do make one, I'm sure they find some way to like first, like it's gonna be oh, you know, like, we need to get the group together, so we need Nate, so now we really should be looking for a cure. And then they, of course, find it, and that's going to be the first part of the game? Is that how that's going to go? I don't know. Maybe they're not even doing it, and I'm just talking out of my ass, you know. That can happen. If you're seeing this in a couple of years and there's been a Book of Unwritten Tales 3 and 4, then, well, consider me silly, you know. But, yeah, it's just a good, enjoyable game. Incredibly long. These games are, like, ridiculously long. Like, there's a lot of RPGs out there which aren't even close to, you know, 24 hours-ish. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time, possibly at Book of Unwritten Tales 3? We'll see, we'll just have to see. See you, dudes!